Joaquin Buckley might just be a future champion. And I know what you're thinking. He beats a washed Colby Covington, and all of a sudden I'm hopping on the wave. But that can't be more far from the truth. Joaquin Buckley has been proving that he's the one time and time again. He's 6-0 in the welterweight division, 5-4 in the middleweight. But it makes sense. I mean, he was going up against giants when he was fighting at middleweight. Watch him versus someone like Imavov. Imavov is 6'3", fairly big middleweight. But still, a lot of the middleweights, they range from 6 foot and going up all the way to like 6'5" on average. 6'5" is more of like the special kinds like Paul Craig and Alex Pereira. Izzy is not 6'4". We all know Izzy is actually 6'3". But my point is, Joaquin Buckley standing at 5'10" is relatively small in the middleweight division. He may look like a slave, but every slave has to fight in their division. I mean, the guy's physique is phenomenal at welterweight, even at middleweight, but the only issue is that he's a bit small and hence his record not looking that good. But ever since he made the shift, things have been going well for him. He's been steamrolling every single person. I mean, watch his fight against Nursultan Ruziboyev. He didn't seem to have any issues with the reach and height advantage that Ruziboyev had. I mean, at times it felt like Buckley was the one with the reach and height advantage because he was the one who was fighting at distance. He was making sure whenever he gets in, he's getting in because he's at an advantage. You know, he wouldn't be at the end of Ruziboyev's punches. He would always make sure he's at the right place at the right time. He goes for the takedowns when he needs to. You know, it was perfect. It was the perfect game plan. And that's the type of game plan you would need to beat someone like Bilal Muhammad. Bilal Muhammad is a great wrestler, but he relies too much on his opponents not advancing too much. It's not even something he does voluntarily. It's just when you're fighting a wrestler, right? The last thing you want to do is give them room. That's what someone like Leon Edwards would do, hence him losing against Bilal. Now, obviously, Bilal's a great fighter, but what helped him win the fight was the fact that Leon Edwards, he's not a very pressury type of guy. He's a pretty striker. He's like Izzy. You know, he prefers jab, jab, teep, leg kick, distance management. You know, he's not someone who's there for a slugfest. And at times, that can make your style seem more boring than what it actually is because there's certain fights where it's kind of like a stalemate. Both of them are so good defensively that nothing really goes on offensively and the crowd starts booing. And he tried that approach with Bilal, and Bilal just kept on chain wrestling, kept on advancing. He wouldn't let Leon Edwards keep the distance. He wouldn't at all. And I think Buckley is going to do the exact opposite of that. Buckley's going to be in your face, letting you know what's up. We saw in his fight against Kobe. Kobe is a good wrestler, and a lot of people might think he's washed up, which he probably is, being 36 years of age. You just don't see a lot of fighters that maintain the same level, same performance after they pass a certain threshold. I believe that threshold is 35. Kobe Covington has passed that threshold, and I don't think he's going to perform as good as he once was when he was fighting guys like Tyrone Woodley. Who else did he fight? Tyrone Woodley, Kamaru Usman. He fought Robbie Lawler. He fought a lot of the legends. And it's clear that he looked a lot better in those fights than he is in the current ones. Now, it could be that the competition is just a lot higher now, but I also think he's just not in his prime anymore. And that still shouldn't make us overlook Buckley's performance over him. Buckley dominated Kobe. He outlanded him twice as much, I think. I think Buckley had 75 significant strikes and Kobe had 37. So almost twice as much as Kobe. So that's just insane. And Kobe is known as the volume guy, but that volume was non-existent when he went up against Buckley. So you guys let me know, what do you think? Do you think Bilal is going to beat Buckley or the other way around?